Miss you.
I peed a little bit.
Alright guys, hey guys. Welcome back to the pod. We're back.
Finally.
Yeah, we haven't filmed in a while because I was home last weekend. But luckily we were one video ahead. Now, we're not.
And we're gonna be behind next week.
Yeah. We don't really have a plan for this pod. We did get a new background.
You like?
It's cutie.
It is pretty cute. I like how it's more like subtle.
Yeah, I feel like the other one, like, Tilly likes to play with it.
Tilly thinks it's hers.
The other one just like took up our faces and it was like glowing in the back. So I am just gonna start off with what happened in the last week and a half. I feel like it was a lot. The last time we filmed was on Valentine's.
The week before Valentine's Day.
Yes. So, what happened? That was a long time ago. Tilly, girl, come on. So, I went home the weekend after we filmed that podcast, and I was literally 2 minutes from home and went into a snowbank.
I just learned about this today.
Yeah, I thought
What's the date?
I thought I told you, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, so there's like a back road. Like after you get off the highway, I have to get on like a freeway, but then there's back roads to my house. She's just taking off.
Tilly's being naughty.
So pretty much I was literally 2 minutes from my house, and I was in the middle of the like lane because it's like a curvy like back road. So I was like gonna stay in the middle. This is probably the safest. All of a sudden I just got into the snowbank and I was stuck. There's no getting out. So then there was this like snowplow guy that came out. He's like, you need help? I was like, does it look like it? So he ended up helping me, and it took about like 5 minutes to get me out. When he first started pulling me, he like pulled me from the back out, and I literally just slid against the snowbank for like 10 seconds before I like got out. And there's like trees literally right next to me, and I was like, if I hit this tree and I like literally slide against this tree, I'm gonna be pissed. But it was fine. I got out. I only had a piece of plastic from the bottom of my car that came off. So, and a little crack on the side of my car, but you can't even tell. That was about it. I played in my sister's YMCA league up north. Died. So out of shape. So it's fine. But then I came back and I didn't have to work Tuesday and Wednesday because the people I nanny for, they were out of town. So I just cleaned their house, and that was about that. Went to work on Thursday, Friday, and then this weekend we got our belly buttons pierced.
Like on a whim.
Yeah, and we've been wanting to do this for like probably 2 months now.
Yeah.
And we just haven't gotten to it. And Alyssa was just like, let's get our belly button pierced. I was like, let's do it. So we went and did it. I was actually scared, and I don't know why I was scared.
I wasn't scared. Afterwards, I was scared.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy, but like it hurt. It didn't hurt, but it shocked me on how much it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
That I was like scared. I was like, why did it hurt?
Yeah. And I'm not really scared of needles, so I don't know why I was so scared, but it was fine. It really is fine. Now it's been a couple days after, and we're doing great. I was just kind of bruised, but
yeah, mine's bruised. Last night, so I was sleeping. Like, I sleep on my like side stomach, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I turned to this side. Across. Not only did it skid across, it got caught.
Oh my God, I would
so it wasn't like caught, so I got right out of it, but I was like, that took my breath away.
That's actually so scary. Thinking about it getting like ripped out like makes me like cringe in my head. Like that's, yeah. I told my mom, I didn't tell her I was gonna do it till after. I was like, so I did a thing. She was like, what'd you do? And I showed her. She was like, oh, it's cute. And I was like, thanks. And she was like, because she was just like thinking about like how I had to put a needle through my stomach. She's like, that's disgusting.
If you think about it like that, it is pretty gross.
That's like actually gross.
But like, beauty is pain, am I right?
Yeah. A couple days after, I decided that me and one of my other friends decided that we were gonna give each other new piercings in our ears. Keep in mind, I already have 3 piercings on each side, and I was like, I've been wanting to get my 4th. She was like, she only had her first one, and she was like, yeah, but I want to get my second. So I was like, I have a tattoo gun. So we came home, and I like went and got Alyssa. I was like, Alyssa, come here. And she was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Mind you, they have the piercing gun.
Yeah.
All these options to pierce it with. And disinfectant wipes.
Yep,
not even like rubbing alcohol, like disinfectant wipes. I'm like, oh god, what am I walking
disinfect
into?
it somehow, so I use a disinfectant wipe.
I
just did a little rub on the side. That's probably better than the Amazon germs that it came from. So I was like, I'll go first, whatever, fuck it. This girl literally holds up the tattoo gun. I had full trust in her. I was like, she's got this. Okay, so she pulls up the piercing gun.
Yeah, you
to my
didn't
ear.
even hesitate.
No. And I'm like totally fine with like needles. Like I don't get scared with that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. She holds up the gun to my ear, and literally, like, I swear she put it up and pulled the trigger. Like she didn't even look at it. And then all of a sudden, like I like felt like it went through. And she was like, oh, I fucked up. I look at myself in the mirror, bro. Like
it was like
literally. Like, my earrings right here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm telling you, it, like, barely made it in my ear. It was, like, all the way on the side.
It was, like, just the skin
yes.
almost.
It was literally just, like, the skin on, like, the side of your ear. It got it.
Right.
I was like, Eliana, how could you fuck up that bad?
And I'm watching it. It's like when she pulled the trigger.
Like, she jerked.
It jerked her. And I'm like, it's not a real gun.
And then after she did that, she's like, yeah, I don't know why I thought I could do that. First of all, I'm scared of needles, and I, like, was just scared. I'm like, if you would have told me that before, then I would have not had you do that.
So I took over.
Yeah, so then Alyssa did my other ear, and it went great. And I was like, okay, we'll try the other side again. Because it was like, it was in the right, like, area, but it wasn't even close to where I wanted it. So I was like, whatever, fuck it. We'll just do it again on the same side.
Yeah.
So then Alyssa did it, and I had to, so the thing we pierced it with, like, wasn't the actual earring that we wanted to put in the ear, because they were, like, weird things. So we had
like, one was pointy, but it wasn't an earring.
Yeah.
And one was an earring, not pointy.
Yeah. So pretty much we had to take the thing out that we pierced it with and then put the earring we want in it. And this side went great. But then I came to this side and I took it out and probably put it in. I swear probably a half an hour later, I finally got it in. And between that, I like, after like 10 minutes of trying it, I just totally gave up. I was like, I'll just let it close and do it. And like,
yeah. And mind you, when she first took the like thing we pierced it without, just gushed blood. Like a lot of blood came out of her ear, and I was like, that can't be good.
I was like, okay, so awesome. So then like I did Eliana's, and it went great. And then I was like, I'm just gonna try again. And then Eliana like stuck it through the other way, and it came out this side, and I was like, okay, try it the other way. And then she got it through finally. Got it through my ear, but oh my god, it was literally the worst experience of my life.
She literally sent me a video yesterday morning, and she's like bent over in her pajamas, just woke up, and she's like, I couldn't sleep on my stomach, I can't sleep on my ears, and my ears are swollen. And I'm like, good morning.
I think I slept on my back like I was in a coffin. Like, I'm not even joking. I don't know how I fell asleep. So that was that. Now we're just in the healing process, and now we're here.
What did
you do in the last week and a half?
Mine was not exciting like that. I didn't really do anything. I'm really on my like self-care and like health journey almost, and like I just get home, I make dinner or go to Jalen, my boyfriend's games that he coaches, get home, shower, get my PJs, color, take my supplements, do my skincare, and go to bed. That's literally what I do.
Period.
And I love it.
What'd you do last weekend? Did you do anything? Like when I was gone?
I had book club. I started book club. I don't think I've told them. I started a book club with my mom, my sister-in-law, and family friend. And it's called, the book we're reading is Let Them by Mel Roberts. I think that's her name. I don't know. Great book. You should read it. So I had book club. I did that both weekends, actually. Oh, I went to a movie.
What movie did you go see?
I went to see the new Captain America.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
So me and Jalen went to the movies on Valentine's.
Is that your toe sticking out of your blanket? There's no way. Look at the other one's about to poke out too.
Me and Jalen on Valentine's Day, we went to a 10 o'clock movie because he had a game he had to coach, so I went and watched that. And then he picked me up because I drove home from the game. He picked me up and we went to the movies. Mind you, after we got out of the movies, there was a snowstorm outside. So it took us an extra 20 minutes to get home. And it was already like 1 o'clock in the morning at that point. But the movie was pretty good. So that's good. And then, yeah, I got my belly button pierced.
That's really odd.
Got to enjoy the great scene of them being stupid and piercing their own ears.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was so funny.
It was funny.
I literally was like, this is awesome.
It was
like
funny.
Actually awesome.
That's how my week was.
Also, we think someone's getting evicted in our apartment complex.
We do. Because they've been sending out like a bunch of like marijuana like warnings. Like, I mean, clearly you can't smoke in here. You can't smoke out there. Like, common sense when you live in an apartment. So like, they're like, this is your last warning. If we get any complaints from your specific apartment, smell anything, see anything, like, we will just show up and like
say get out,
like see proof and tell you to get out. And
we think that's what's happening.
And there's a moving truck. Yeah, the apartment below us is like moving stuff out, and I walk into the hallway of our apartment and it's just like weed.
Yeah, I saw it really bad when I got back to the store. I was like,
oh my gosh, are they getting evicted? Because it's like, I think it's like 2 guys.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I never see them. I just...
I've never seen them before, but I saw them out there earlier because they were putting their stuff in their car. Can I tell you about my experience today? So, I had a genius idea to get these lights from and I also had to get some other things from Target. So I saw that they had these lights at Target. I was like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna go. They have them in stock. Go and get them. And then I got to the store and I saw that they had some ones that could change colors, and that just caught my eye, and I didn't think about that I need the curtain ones, not just the. I literally almost started crying right then and there because I was so excited. I took it out and I was like, I tried to make it work. It did not work.
It looked like mountains.
I wish I took a video. I wish I saved the video. I said
it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It was really bad. So I took that shit down right away, and I Instacarted these ones because I didn't feel like going back to the store.
And my dad was here for dinner, and he's like, because my mom's in Florida, and he was like, "What is that?" And everybody goes, "My lights." He was like, "You're lying."
Yes, I Instacarted them because I didn't want to go back.
I would have done the same thing.
And I feel like we needed it for this podcast. Like, I just didn't want to like keep thinking about how cute it would be. Oh, I also got a new tripod today for our thing.
She did. We're like official.
Yeah, so I don't have to like balance my camera on something every video.
Yeah, you should have seen our setups.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was like
stools, some shoe boxes, some books, like
a candle.
No, literally. Other than that, I'm going on spring break in a month, and I'm so excited. My mom booked our tickets, and she was like, because I have to pay for my plane ticket, but that's the only thing I have to pay for, so I'm not complaining about it. And she was like, so book the plane tickets, need your money now. I was like, okay, Mom. And then she was like, I'm just joking. But I'm so excited though.
Dude, I want you to send me all the pictures. Like, I want to live vicariously through my phone, through you.
Like, we're gonna be there for 7 days. Bro, my brother is going, literally, we're going to California. We're going to California on his spring break. He's coming back for a week and then going to freaking Mexico with one of his friends. I'm like, oh,
is he 18?
Yeah. Oh, to be you.
He's never gonna forget that though.
No, I'm like, I am so
Well, he might.
jealous of you. So freaking jealous of
I
you.
want to go on a trip so bad.
Me too.
Like, I'm craving a vacation.
So, but I haven't been on a vacation in a long time. Like, a long time. I don't remember the last time I think literally my senior year, we went to Florida. Is that really the last time
I think my senior year was my last trip.
because we haven't gone since I've been,
Because we were in basketball.
yeah.
So there's no way we would have.
The 2 spring breaks.
Flint.
Yeah, we
and
started doing Flint because we were good, so we went to the tournament and stuff.
So then we had to go to nationals.
We should talk about our stalker
We
stories.
both did have
Yeah.
some stalkers.
You go first.
My stalker wasn't as bad as Emerson's.
Mine was bad.
What class? I think it was accounting.
Was it your sophomore year?
Yes, my second year, and we were stupidly still taking in-person classes.
Yeah.
Well, I was. And it was an accounting class. And, I mean, in college, it's not like the movies. Like, you don't talk to no one.
Mm-mm.
Like, you sit there, you write down the things you need to write, and you move on. Like, it's not, like, that's it.
Unless you're, like, a very outgoing person and, like to make friends. But
Right.
I just, like, choose not to.
Right. And so, like, this guy, like, weirdly, like, would look at me, and, like, somehow he, like, was sitting in front of me at, like, one of the first few classes, and he turned around and he was like, do you get this? And I was like, no, but it's on Chegg, so don't follow by me. And so, like, then he would, like, oh, I have someone that helps me with it. And I was like, sweet. So, like, we would help each other, send it to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it happened once, like, before he started sending, like, the homework and stuff. It was just like, do you get this? No, it's on Chegg. End of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he started waiting by the steps. I would, like, talk to the, like, purposely take my time, talk to the professor, leave, and he'd be waiting there. The time it got really scary, we were taking a test, right? Okay.
Why'd you just look so bad? You're like...
Because I'm thinking about it now, and, like,
Think about
that's
it again.
scary. Like, in the moment, I'm like,
wait
oh,
till
it's
I tell you
just
about
sweet.
mine.
And so once you finish your test, you leave. That's how college works. I was like, I'm sitting here for the whole class. I'm not walking out when this guy walks out. I don't care. So he finishes. I'm, like, in there for another 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I walk out. Sitting there at the tables. And I don't say nothing, right? I walk by. Comes up behind me. I'm like, oh, hey! What? How'd it go? Like, what do you do? Would walk me to my car. Hugged me. Goodbye. Would blow up my phone. I think I probably still have the text. Blow up my phone. Creepy. And then I stopped. That class ended, and I did not take any more in-person classes, and I blocked his number.
Yeah, I remember you saying, like, I'm blocking this bitch.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted to block him before, but you're like, I'm just gonna stick it through so we can get through this class.
I literally was like, I gotta thug it out, thug it out, thug it out.
My stalker, freshman year, I was in this, like college success class, and I loved the class. Like, I actually really liked the class. It, like, you just pretty much, like, talked about your feelings and, like, what do you want to do when you grow up, and he just, like, kind of just, because it was my freshman year, so it was, like, a nice class to take. So like, I literally didn't talk to anyone, literally anyone. And one day after class, this guy, I'm, like, walking down the staircase with this guy, and he, like, opens the door for him, like, oh, thank you. And then he was, like, I don't even remember, it was a long time ago, but he was just talking, and I was, like, answering, because I was being nice. And then pretty much after class one day, I was talking to him, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then the next day, he waited for me to come out, and I walked down the same staircase every day, and he would come. And then the next day, he was like, so how about we play one-on-one, and if I win, I get to take you on a date. I was like, oh, haha, yeah. Because I didn't know. I was
Mind you, Emerson's kind of awkward in
yes,
these
very
situations.
awkward. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I'm a freshman. I'm terrified of anyone that talks to me. So I was like, haha, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, let me get your snap. And I was like, okay. And he was being really nice at first. So I was just like, whatever. I'm just going to be nice to his kid. And he kept bringing it up. He was like, so when are we going to play one-on-one? And I was like, oh, soon. Just really busy. So then our freshman year, we had to do study tables. So we had to like get 3 hours in, was it?
3 hours.
Because we were playing basketball. So we had to get like 3 hours in during the week. Me and Alyssa like used to go together all the time, but then something just happened. We weren't going together anymore. So I think because we just had different schedules and classes.
Yeah.
So pretty much one day I'm literally sitting at my table by myself, and he walks in. This motherfucker walks in with roses. Roses. I literally like don't talk. I like just Snapchat him, but like I like didn't want to like act like I like liked him or something, so I like didn't even talk to him. He walks in with roses and he gives them to me. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm still trying to be nice because I'm like, okay, maybe he just has a little crush on me, whatever. So I'm like, okay, thanks.
Crazy.
And then he sits across from me and just sits there, and I'm like, don't want to talk to him because I'm like, okay, I'm freaked out. So he literally just sits there, keeps trying to start a conversation with me. I'm like, well, I'm trying to do my work, like blah blah blah. And I ended up leaving because I was like, this shit's so stupid. Then the next week he comes again, brings me roses again, and like between all of that he started acting like really weird. So I was like getting frustrated because I was like, this shit's like weird, like I don't know.
Right.
So by the time he brought me my second roses the next week, I was already pissed off at him because I was like, this is getting weird. So I took them. I was like, no, I do not want those. Like he kept trying to give, he's like, just take them. I'm like, no, I don't want them. And then he just set them at the table and like walked away, and I threw those bitches away. Threw them away. I was like, this shit's so dumb. He came into the place, and he knew because there's like different places where you can go. There's like 3 different like study table places, but I went to the same one. So he knew like where I was going and what my schedule was like when I was getting my hours in. So he knew. So the next time,
paid attention
yes.
to that.
So the next time he went, and he just like literally just sat at the table and like didn't even talk to me because I could tell he was like, okay, she's like doesn't want to talk to me. So then after study tables, I'm going out to my car. I park in a parking garage. He follows me out to my car. Follows me. And literally just walking behind me, and I'm like, oh my fuck. Like I literally like started to freak out. And we like the campus security's like literally like in the parking garage, like the main thing. So I was like, okay, like if anything gets serious, they're right here. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He follows out to me to my car, and he like just keeps asking me questions. I don't even remember what was happening. And I got in my car. He stands behind my car, so I can't back out. When I tell you I was freaking out, like I literally almost like called 911, or like I don't even remember what I was doing.
I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know if I don't know. I was like just trying to be calm. I was like, it's okay, whatever. He still, I swear, 5 minutes go by. He's still standing behind my car. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say something. So I opened my door. I was like, please leave. I have to go. Like, can you get away? And there's no one in the parking garage, so I'm like freaking out. I'm like, please leave. Like, I have to go. I have to go. Like, get out of the way. And he stood there for another 2 minutes. And then I was like, okay. I just kept sitting there. And then he finally like walked away, and I pulled out. I skirted out of that shit so fast. I blocked him on, I blocked him on, and keep in mind, he played a sport at GRCC. He was in cross country too. So I was like, oh my God, he's literally gonna be around because he's in a sport, so I'm gonna see him. And so I blocked him on everything, blocked him on Instagram because he followed me on there, and I blocked him on everything. And then like, I think like after that, like the class ended shortly after that, so I like didn't have to see him anymore. But then this motherfucker started showing up to my basketball games. My basketball games. Remember when he came up and he was literally, we have like a railing and then there's bleachers, but to get up to like the railing, it's like it's not like normal, like if
the
you go
bleachers up there aren't for use.
No.
And they're closed.
Yeah.
So it's literally like a skinny walkway.
Yeah.
with a railing.
And then all of a sudden I'm sitting on the bench and I just look up. Like, it's like halfway through the game. I look up and he is standing there watching my game. And I'm like, oh my fuck, Alyssa, look who's here. Because she was, like, I was telling her all about what was happening. And I literally started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is happening? What is happening?
Crazy.
So then after that, I don't know, like, I don't even remember what happened. But, like, it just kind of...
I think he gave up.
Yeah,
because he couldn't figure out her new schedule. Because it was like a shift in the, like, it was a new semester, a new quarter, or whatever you call it in college. I don't even freaking remember. And he, like, couldn't figure it out. It was so weird.
It was so scary. And I'm pretty sure he, like, ended up leaving because I didn't see him anymore. Like, even, like, on the roster, he wasn't on that anymore. But... bro, after, like, the whole car and the garage thing, I literally was like, oh my god, I actually have a stalker. Look, one more story and then we'll be done. But remember when that just made me think of, remember when we were in Meyer?
Oh my gosh.
This is another, like, crazy story.
That was insane.
So me and Alyssa used to, like, sit in our car, just talk and, like, listen to music because I lived at my grandma's and she was at home. So, like,
that was our, like, space.
Yeah, like, we just, like, wanted to get away, so we just go sit in the car and we just go to Meyer because that's, like, the safest place to be. Big parking lot, tons of people. So just sit in your car. And we're sitting in our car and we're kind of, like, on, like, one side of the parking lot, and we're close to, like, one of the ends of the parking lot. And we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden we're like, what's going on over there? Like,
it looked sketchy.
Yeah, it looked very sketchy because there was, like, a bunch of guys. There was, like, 3 cars, and they were all just, like, sitting in the car. There was a couple of guys that were, like, just leaning on the car and, like, being, like, just talking. And I'm like, is there, like, a drug deal going on? Like, what's going on over there? We were just talking, and we had our windows down for a little bit, and because we were trying to listen, like, see if we could hear, and then we ended up rolling our windows down because they kept looking at us, and we were like, okay.
And, like, we were doing our own thing. Like, we weren't looking at them.
No.
Like, yes, we would glance, but, like,
yeah,
like,
you couldn't see us.
No,
like, from where they were, like, they couldn't see our faces.
Right. So it was, like, the whole thing was weird.
So yeah, so then we were like, okay, let's leave. Like, they keep looking.
Didn't one of them start walking towards us?
Yeah.
Like, so, no, all of the cars left except one.
Yes.
And it was a girl and a guy. And the guy started walking to us.
Yes.
And my window's down and my car's off. So I said, Emerson, I said, I had something in my hand. I said, hold this. I started the car. I put it in drive, and I whip around.
I'm so glad Alyssa was driving because I would have been
I handled it so well.
So they get,
So this guy runs to his car.
Yes.
And is following us.
Yes.
And mind you, Meyer on where we live is, like, pretty busy.
Yeah.
And, like, I tell you, I did not touch my brakes. I'm skirting in and out of people. This car's following me. I finally get away from it, and I like, get on to, like, go on the East Belt line, and I, like,
literally,
I don't know how in the world the Lord blessed us with the perfect timing
to get
on.
away.
So, mind you, I'm, like, Emerson's, like, shaking, holding on, because I'm whipping my car. And I'm, like, on the East Belt line. I'm not even buckled. I'm shaking. And I'm like, I think we lost them. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what the hell happened.
Like, and they were following us. Like, it wasn't like we just thought they were following us.
And they were, like, laughing.
And, like,
and I was like,
and I, like, kept looking back, and I was like, no, like, they, like, think that we, like, saw something, or, like, I'm sure they, like, probably thought, like, we were watching them, like, and we were gonna go report it, or, like.
Yeah, they literally followed us up until the belt line, but I cut cars off that they couldn't get on, and we lost them.
Yeah.
But, like, that was, like,
crazy.
My instincts kicked in, and that's the first time I was like, I trust my instincts. Like, because I was like,
I was so happy Alyssa was driving.
When I see it in movies, I'm like, I don't know what I would do. But, like, I literally was like, my car was off. I didn't give my car time to even, like, fully start. The fact that my car still works to this day, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it was one of the scariest things ever. Like, I literally was like, and then after, like, we lost them.
I was like, my parents.
Yeah, and we were thinking if they were gonna keep following us, we were gonna go to. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to the police
station.
police
Yeah.
station, so they don't know where you live. But then they ended up leaving. So then we just went to her house. But oh my gosh, it was so.
I called my mom. I said, me and Emerson are coming over. We just got followed. This was so scary.
Yeah.
And like we called up, and my mom's, and then of course my mom's like, maybe they thought you were nice, and I'm like, Mom.
No. And then Alyssa was like, are they gonna like track my license plate? And then your dad's like, no, they can't do that unless they're like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
My dad literally looked at me like, oh my gosh.
I think that's it for this one.
I know. I'm glad we've just. That's what we need to do more. Is we just need to talk.
Because one thing leads to another, then we just keep going.
Tilly,
what do you want to say?
The beginning was a little chaotic.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my gosh, I was slouching so much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
we
not.
like in this couch you like sink into also.
This couch is amazing.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back for another potty of the cast. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Period, pookies.
Period.
Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period.